Welcome to How to Garden. Today, I get to plant something in my garden I have wanted for many, many years. This is tea. As in the plant that the tea you drink comes from. Green tea, oolong tea, black tea. It's all the same plant. You just process it different. There's also many, many other varieties. But this is the tea that you drink. And I've been wanting this for my garden for years. And I finally laid my hands on some of it. So I'm going to go ahead and get in the garden. I've already got 2 holes dug for the 2 that I have, and the soil has been amended. I just need to get them in there. Now, a few things you should know when you're planting tea is you should plant them approximately 2 feet apart. And keep in mind that these things can get big, so you can trim them and make a nice hedge, or you can let them become a very reasonable size 15 to 20 foot flowering tree. Choice is yours is how you want to go about doing that. I'm going to do a hedge because I've always wanted a tea hedge. Alright, there we have it. I now have tea in the garden. Soon, after I know it's good and rooted, I'm going to start training it. Thank you. Please subscribe and have a great day. Okay.
Hi, welcome to How to Garden. Today we're replacing a tree that we've already dug up with a new tree. Today's new tree is a star fruit. The fruit is very tasty. It doesn't look like a star until you cut it up. So we've already put biochar and compost. You can find our video on biochar compost tea in the link below. But we've already put that in here, so we just have to plant it and cover it up and make sure it's been watered really well. It's already rained today, but we still have to give it a little bit of water. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to break up the roots a little bit and then fill in the hole with composted down mulch and a little bit of the dirt that we got when we dug it up. That's a little better. Alright, that's it. New addition. Hope you guys have some new additions to your garden during this summer and in the coming spring. Bye.
The other day, I drove halfway across state and went to a nursery called Nick's Edibles. At Nick's Edibles, I got myself a low-chill plum called Scarlet Beauty. One of the interesting things about this plum is that it's self-fertile. Only requires 150 chill hours to produce per year, which puts it on par with my Florida Prince Peach, which is probably my best producer. So I'm going to go ahead and get it in the garden. And there we go. I now have a low chill plum in the garden. I'll be training it up and seeing exactly what it does and tracking its growth to see exactly how good this plum is. Thank you very much and have a good day. How to garden. Today I get to plant a ruby red guava. This guava was grown from seed by a friend of mine, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the ground today. Something you should know about guavas is they are heat loving, heavy producing. They produce in 2 to 3 years from seed. So if you happen to get one at a grocery store and you live in a very warm climate, go ahead and start one. You'll have fruit in a couple of years. Now, because this tree is very, very small in an area that I have to mow on a regular basis, I'm going to go ahead and put down weed barrier. This weed barrier is just cardboard. I choose cardboard because it will decompose relatively fast. It'll be gone by next year, but it'll do the job for me this year, which is what I need. And go ahead and give it a heavy mulch. This mulch is composted a little over a year now, so it's pretty much useful for mulch at this point, or just as compost. Top dressing in just about any garden will work very well. This will help keep the moisture in, keep the grass away from it so it doesn't get hit by the lawnmower or a weed eater. Anybody who's gardened for any length of time knows that weed eaters are the bane of gardeners everywhere. Always some random lawn crew that'll go by and take things out with a weed eater. They're more worried about getting it done fast, not getting it done right. Alright, well that's it. I now have a red guava added to the garden. It should produce for me next year. Thanks very much, and you have a good day. Alright, today I'm planting another tree. This is a tropical fruit tree. This is called a Jamaican apple or rose apple, Java apple, many other names. It produces a fruit around this big that can vary in color anywhere from light green, white, red, pink, purple, and black. I'm not really going to know exactly what color this one comes out into until it produces. These are heat-loving trees. They love their water. They do not take cold whatsoever. So we're talking zone 9B and further south, but they are fast-growing trees. If you have the ability to grow one of these, I highly recommend it. Even from seed, they produce in 3 to 5 years. Grafted varieties, which are pretty hard to find, usually produce in 2 to 3 years. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the ground now. I have rain coming, so I want to get it in the ground right before the rain gets here. The rain should be here in about an hour or so. I'm going to go ahead and get this in the ground. A few things you should know about this is they like well-drained soil, but they're fairly tolerant of most soils. They just don't like their roots constantly wet, but they need a lot of rain. So even though it's well-drained, they need to be watered or rained on every day during the hot time of the year. It's what they get in the tropics, the seasonal thunderstorms. They do very well. Thank you very much. You have a great day.